As the holiday glasses clink, you ever thought just one drink? How do you navigate the festive cheer while remaining true to your sober journey and who you want to be? Well, my friend, today you are going to discover the secrets of celebrating without regret and fear of relapse, and finding joy and authenticity beyond the booze. Welcome back to the Sober Webb. I'm Clark, a recovered alcoholic who battled alcoholism for 13 years and then overcame it. So I know a thing or two about navigating the holiday season without alcohol and staying sober. And I believe that you found this video for a reason, so please watch everything, because at the very end of this video, I've got a gift for you that will support your sober journey. Now, staying sober for the holiday season. It's so hard, so let's just start off by talking about one of the most difficult aspects. I mean, it's lonely. Sobriety itself is already a lonely journey, but adding on to it the holiday season, I mean, that's pretty much like trying to fry a frozen turkey. It's literally a recipe for disaster. And this is something that I know really well. When I got sober, it also forced me, unfortunately, to get divorced, which ultimately led to me becoming a co-parent, which ultimately meant I only had 50% of my son's time. If I have Thanksgiving with him one year, I don't have Christmas that year. If I have Christmas that year, I don't have Thanksgiving with him that year. And as painful as that was when I first got sober, and still is at times, I was forced to embrace solitude even during the holiday season. And I had to do it all sober. I could have used loneliness as an excuse during the holiday season to break my sobriety, and none would have been the wiser. But honestly, I just had to learn to be comfortable in the uncomfortable nature of being alone for the holidays. It was now part of my life. It is part of my life. And eventually, I grew to love it. And it's something that I want to encourage you to embrace this holiday season. If you're forced to be alone because of your sobriety, or you choose to be on your own, own it. Try not to dwell in the loneliness. Try not to dwell in the what ifs, the what could have been, the what has been, or maybe even the what am I missing out on. Go on a trip, go on a retreat, or stay home and read, play games, journal. Dwell on the past year and your sobriety and what it's gained you. Or if you're not sober yet, think about perhaps what sobriety could offer you as you stay sober and get sober through this holiday season. I know loneliness isn't ideal. I know solitude, people are really scared of that, but ultimately can allow you this amazing time to heal, to get to know yourself, and that's almost one of the most amazing gifts that you can give yourself. Or if you really just don't like the idea of being by yourself on the holidays, there are other people who are in similar situations as yourself. Find people that will understand exactly what you're doing, what you're trying to navigate during the holiday season, so that you don't be alone. I have no doubt that wherever you are, there are people that will understand exactly how you feel and are going through the exact same thing that can become your sober holiday allies. So seek them out so that you don't have to be alone. But no matter what, do not be afraid of being alone this holiday season, or any holiday season, or really don't be afraid of being alone and having solitude in general. You'll be surprised that it might end up being one of the most powerful times for you during the holiday season, while everyone else is out there appearing to have a good time when maybe they actually aren't. So embrace loneliness, my friend. It's okay. And since I brought up my son already, a big part of my sobriety is about being a present parent to him. And no, I'm not making a present pun because this is a holiday video. I just want to be a present parent. I want to be conscious. I want to be totally there for him, fully alive and well for him, not only in my sobriety, but also during the holiday season. Because like I already said, I only get every other holiday with him, so I've got to make the most of those holidays and the time with him when I have it. And ultimately, that's one of the biggest reasons that I don't drink anymore, and something that I want you to think about in terms of shifting the perspective about being sober during the holidays. I know it may not feel this way at first, but you will have a much more authentic holiday season being sober. While everyone else is out there drinking, coping, having supposedly fun, you will be truly alive. And I know that means that ultimately, you have to face lots of big feelings and emotions around the idea of your sobriety in general and being sober and staying sober through the holiday season. Because when you're sober during the holiday season, even if other people aren't, you get to be present for them. You get to be fully alive and aware for others, but also for yourself. And I know that there's probably some people in your life that don't deserve your presence, but I also know that there has to be some people in your life that do and that want to have you fully present. Kids, parents, partners, spouses, close friends, even maybe some strangers that you might just impact or change their life because of your presence through sobriety. And that's the amazing thing, because while everyone else is kind of part of the crowd, you're going to stand out and your energy is going to be different this holiday season because of your sobriety, and you're going to be able to give 100% of yourself to the people that matter and the people that come into your life that you want to be fully present for. Time is short, my friend. Time is fleeting. None of us actually know how much time we have on this earth. All we know is that we have today, and we have so much to offer today in our sobriety in this holiday season. So let's make the most of it, and let's show up for the people that we love, the people that we care about. Let's show up for ourselves. And the only way to truly do that is through sobriety. So give me a thumbs up if you like the sounds of that. Give me a thumbs up if you plan on being sober, if you are sober during this holiday season. And in the comments, let me know what's one thing that you're looking forward to doing this holiday season as a sober person. Leave that comment below. Another thing that I want you to think about that ties in really, really nicely to the concept or the idea of being present. While everyone else is eventually hungover after Christmas or hungover after the New Year's, they're all talking about and complaining about yet again how much they hate alcohol and why do they do this to themselves and they're never going to do this again because alcohol makes them feel like crap. Here you are 10 steps ahead of them, because while they're talking about making resolutions, or maybe they're just thinking about making resolutions, you're actually living your resolutions and you're living their resolutions. And that in turn sets an amazing example, and you are in essence a leader, a trendsetter. You're an outlier. You are going against the grain, because so much of this world has a follower mentality, but you're breaking the mold because you choose to stay sober, or maybe you're even getting sober during the holiday season and you stick with it. And that is what a leader does. And that sets an amazing example for your family, for your friends. If you're a parent, it sets an amazing example for your kids. And if you don't really want to be a leader per se, that's totally fine. But the mere fact that you are choosing to stay sober or get sober puts you at the head of the pack. And that's honestly a really great place to be, because you never know who might be watching you. You never know who you might come into contact on a daily basis who might be inspired by what you're doing, or the fact that you choose to kind of go against the grain. I mean, ultimately, we never know what's going on in someone else's life. We don't know who might be struggling with addiction or alcohol. So you might have a coworker, a boss, a sibling, an extended family member, just a friend who might see you being a leader even though you're not trying to be a leader, and they might be inspired to approach you about the steps that they could take to do the same thing. And even oftentimes you can change a stranger's life, because you never know how the energy of your sobriety will manifest in order to make someone's day or make someone feel better, or just to give hope to someone in passing. And that's all because you chose to get sober. And it can change people's lives, especially during the holiday season, and then of course throughout the entire year. But there is something even more important and more powerful than just being sober and staying sober during the holiday season and setting a good example. And that is, don't be ashamed of your sobriety. Start ending the stigma and erasing the stigma by talking about your sobriety, by being open about it. Be proud about it. I mean, maybe instead of an ugly sweater, you could get a sober sweater that says something like, I don't drink, but feel free to enjoy a few on me. And that's going to really put it out there, which, sure, I say go for it. But of course, there's a time and place, and pick and choose when you talk about sobriety, but you don't have to hide your sobriety, because you probably are going to have to go to parties. You probably are going to have to spend time with family, and not everyone is sober. And some people choose to drink. But it doesn't mean you have to be ashamed of the fact that you don't, or made to feel bad that you don't. So don't be ashamed of your sobriety. If the opportunity around friends and family arises, talk about your journey with quitting alcohol or overcoming your addiction. Talk about the benefits of quitting alcohol and how it's changed your mind, body, and spirit. There are a lot of things that people can relate to if they were to quit alcohol. Talk about it, because it goes back to that idea of being a leader. You get to set that example, and you get to share the experiences with them, which can inspire others. But if you are feeling any shame around your sobriety and you're not willing to talk about it, no one will ever know all the things that sobriety has to offer. So don't be afraid of putting it out there. You should be proud of yourself, and you should be proud of the courage and the strength it took to get sober, or the strength and courage it will take to get sober. So just own it. And right now, let's just start with ending the stigma, erasing the stigma, by leaving your sober date in the comments below. And just let me know one benefit that you've experienced in your sobriety, or even one benefit of staying sober during the holiday season, so that when others find this video and see all the comments, they will see and feel all of the success stories. So go ahead and leave that sober date and that comment for me. And the final thought that I want to give to you, in case you feel like drinking, in case maybe you have the ability to drink right now or in the near future, don't do it. Do not give up on that idea. Do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on the sober life. It is a gift to you. It is a gift to your family. It is a gift to your friends. It is a gift to your children. As cheesy as it might sound, it is a gift that keeps on giving. Like, you get to have holiday season and Christmas year round because of your sobriety. And I know that when you are first getting sober and fighting so hard to stay sober, it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel like a gift. If you keep going, if you keep pushing, you will find so many benefits of sobriety and so many benefits to your life. It will just be amazing once you find it. Your life can change in so many amazing ways, and ultimately it's sobriety that provides that to you. And furthermore, while we can't undo the past, we can't change the past, sobriety in this present moment is a chance to start over. It's a chance to wipe the slate clean. It's a chance just to begin a new life. It allows us to start working on creating a better tomorrow for ourselves, and that begins by staying sober here today, during this holiday season, and every day after, so that we can heal the past in order to change the future. So don't give up on your sobriety this holiday season, my friend. Don't give up on your sobriety ever. Just keep going, because ultimately you do not have to give up on yourself and the life that you want. And now, I've talked a lot about gifts in this video because it is the season of giving. And as promised, if you watch this entire video, there was a gift for you at the very end, and here we are. So thank you so much for watching the entire video. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate your time. And the gift I have for you is this. It's a book called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. This book is very, very powerful, and not only does it support your sober journey, but it will enhance your sober journey, and it will enhance your entire life. My gift to you is just the knowledge that this book is out there and that it can literally change your life. And ultimately, the only thing I ask in return is that you share this video on a social feed or with one friend, and that you consider subscribing so I can continue to support you in your journey. Now, if you need more reasons beyond this video to stay sober this holiday season, or just to stay sober in general, I hope you check out this video right here, because I give 10 of my top 10 reasons why I stayed sober through holidays and I stay sober in general. And I really think that something in it will resonate with you. So definitely watch that video next. Otherwise, you might miss out on some really, really good nuggets. Thanks for your time, my friend. I'm Clark with the Sober Webb, and I'll talk to you really soon.